as well, and bless your heart for taking time out. My brothers and sisters from Bet Shalom, who came earlier here, and most of the chairs that you're sitting on, they had set it up. So this is the interfaith solidarity and love and affection that we are showered upon today. Our brother, former Senator Josh Newman also is here, or again was here a little while ago. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And our brothers and sisters from the Buddhist community from Los Angeles, they came all the way inside LA, they are here. With that, I would like to invoke this beautiful saying of Father Francis Assisi, who I follow as a Muslim, of his words of wisdom. And he said something very beautiful that probably is very applicable for the speakers who are going to be invited today. And he said as follows: prayer, let me recollect my memory quickly. I lost my train of thought. Pray as often as you can and use words when necessary. So my request to the speakers that I'm going to invite now is follow that beautiful saying. Because this hall has to be vacated by 7:45 or 7:55. There's another program here after a bit. So with that, I would like to invite my brother Avinder Chawla, who is representing the Sikh community of Orange County. Please come forward. So 3 minutes is what I'm keeping track of, God willing.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Avinder Chawla. I'm from Sikh Center of Orange County. It's very sad to be here this evening. I will start with a small line from our Guru Granth Sahib Ji. It says, Manas ki jaat sabhe eko pachhaun. All races of man recognize only the one, where one means God. The word ek is against many different forms of reality, religions, and beliefs. The Sikh community is very saddened, horrified, and disturbed to learn about the violence and death of 49 innocent lives lost at the mosque in New Zealand, which is felt by all of us in US and all over the world. Racism and hate have no place all over the world, which is against American values. We stand with our fellow Muslim brother families and show our strength, our resolve, and our determination to wipe out hate. The underlying psychology that surfaces in the form of Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, or other forms of bigotry based on prejudices, fear, and hate is a human tragedy. An important pillar of the work to be done is the remembrance of our common human identity. Martin Luther King Jr. said, hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Our first Sikh Guru, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, taught us unity, equality, respect, and tolerance for all, and said, none is stranger, everyone is friend. Sikh community is praying for our Muslim friends, and coming together as a community is not only good for our soul, but also sends a message of solidarity. May God help everybody who strive to root out terrorism and to spread love and solidarity among all humans. Thank you.
Thank you, Avinder. You have set up a good example for the rest of the speakers, so very kind of you. Thank you. I believe our council member here for the city of Anaheim, Dr. Jose Marino, is here. Please come forward. Please come forward. Dr. Marino represents the District 3 for the city of Anaheim and has been a long-time supporter of Islamic Institute of Orange County even before he became the city council member, and always stood with us in times of difficulties and challenges. So pleasure and honor to have you tonight, Dr. Marino. Please come forward.
Buenas noches. Assalamu
Buenas
alaikum.
noches. Wa alaikum salam.
Thank you, Brother Shaquille, for the invitation. On behalf of the city of Anaheim, of course, we stand with you, we sit with you, we pray with you, and we smile with you as we think about the preciousness of life that we try to take into account here in our beautiful city of Anaheim, where we have 360,000 beautiful souls working every single day, trying to make sure that our children, that our families, that our workers live a dignified life, a life of faith, of humility, and of course, love. In Anaheim, last year, we declared ourselves what's called a welcoming city, which means that in this time of tumult and struggle and tension and anger across our country, as it relates to those who may not look like us or pray like us or speak like us, that in the city of Anaheim, we are all us, and that we are all welcomed, you are all welcomed, so that we might more effectively integrate all of our communities together as one here in our city of Anaheim. So we thank you for the invitation to say a few words and for your patience in allowing a politician to say a few words with that. I'd like to just simply share a quote, if I could get my Face ID to work here. Here we go. From Elder Câmara, who was Archbishop, Catholic Archbishop in Brazil in the late 1960s, struggling with times as we do today, who reminds us, for me, the ethos and the ethic of what it means to be a welcoming city, a welcoming person, and a welcoming culture. He once said, "Keep your language, love its sounds, its modulation, its rhythm, but try to march together with men of different languages, remote from your own, who wish like you for a more just and human world. When we are dreaming alone, it is only a dream. When we are dreaming with others, it is the beginning of reality." Let's not simply mourn, folks, but as was said earlier, let's embrace each other in life and fight for those things that give us all the dignified life that we all deserve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Jose. Let's keep dreaming together, most definitely. I like to also request my dear brother Al-Jabbar, who is the first Muslim elected person in the county of Orange and a congregant of this mosque as well, and our leader. Please come and share your reflections.
Thank you. It is very it is very heartwarming to see all of you here. Only because since this morning, I've been receiving a lot of messages from a lot of you friends and community members showing your support. And this is what's all about. Coming together as human beings, supporting each other. This is what makes Anaheim a great city. But most of all, I think as Americans, we come together when tragedies happen. And I'm lost for words, but I just want to say thank you to all of you here who are here, our Jewish brothers and sisters, our Buddhist brothers and sisters, our Hindu brothers and sisters for coming together, our city leaders. Thank you, Jose, for being here. I see Congressman Gil Cisneros here. These are hard times where we really have to come together to send a message to people who have hatred in their hearts, to tell them that we are stronger, we are united, we're together, and no one or no one person or one act would divide us. So thank you for being here. And I know that you all will stand with us as we do with others when tragedies happen. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate every single person in this room. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother Al. As you can see that many of us are very touched, in pain at one time, and also deeply touched by the love and affection and solidarity that you all have extended to us in person today, as you all are here, but hundreds and hundreds of calls and emails and messages. This afternoon I was here for the Friday prayers, and as our Sheikh Mustafa had mentioned during the prayer, this tragedy unfolded in New Zealand during the Friday prayers when the largest number of people congregate in the mosques. And this afternoon there is a 75-year-old lady who drove. Her name is Carrie. She drove from Los Angeles. She belongs to the Japanese American community from Little Tokyo. She came and she gave me the longest hug perhaps in the last 10 years and cried with me. And then she apologized in saying that I wouldn't be able to make it this evening, so I drove down now to meet with you and let you know that we love you. We stand in solidarity with you. These are priceless moments. I think these expressions and gestures of solidarity and humanity transcends all religions, all faiths, all traditions, all ethnicities, all languages. This is what binds us as human beings, the least but most profound common denominator between all of us. With that, I'd like to invite my dear sister and the leader of Orange County Democratic Party, Ada Briceño, and also the co-founder of the Muslim Latino Collaborative with me.
All right, here we go. Buenas tardes, buenas noches, everyone. My name is Ada Briceño. I'm co-president of Unite Here and also chair of the Democratic Party of Orange County. My heart goes out to the 49 families of those victims in this senseless act of ignorance, rage, and terror in New Zealand. On behalf of myself, my son, my husband, and my colleagues, I'd like to express an overwhelming sense of sadness and grief for the many lives that this massacre has changed forever. I'm with you. We're reminded of how transitory life is. We're reminded of the political climate in this era. We're reminded how far away we are from true faith and true humanity in some. I couldn't help but notice some of the similarities between this shooter's rhetoric and the national rhetoric that Trump is spreading in our nation and across the world. In committing this atrocious act, this man intended to trigger mass hysteria, influence the political and private conversations around immigration, religion, and extremism. He hoped that he would move us to hatred and revenge, as this was his motive. So now it's time for us to unite. Now it's time for us to come together and show Trump that we meet hate with love. We understand that meeting hate with hate only begets more hate, that we truly embody what an almighty being shows human daily love. Today, I pledge, we should all pledge to do more organizing, bringing more people together of all cultures, to educate those around me who may have the wrong ideas about immigrants, about Muslims, about Islam specifically. We are not replacing anyone. We're not taking anything from anyone. We contribute to our society and our civilization something more than money or taxes. We contribute unity, love, a sense of togetherness, morals, which seem to be right now in the back burner as we're discussing the lives of so many of us these days. Let's continue to uplift each other and observe our cultural freedom. Let's show the nation how we stand together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ada. Appreciate your words. Since you brought up the name of our president, I wasn't planning to grace him tonight, but since you did, I might just add more to it. So the gentleman who did what he did yesterday in Christchurch, New Zealand, he wrote a manifesto. He wrote a long ramble, really, 74 pages. And in that, he wrote as follows: Trump, a symbol of renewed white identity and common purpose. So our president inspires now. He is the terrorist in chief because it is him who is inspiring people to do what they are doing throughout the world, killing innocent people. And this will not and shall not be tolerated by any of us who are taxpayers living in this country. Thank you. And it is my honor and pleasure also to, these are the moments that brings people together and shows who are your friends really. So each one of you who are here, I am deeply, deeply grateful personally and on behalf of Islamic Institute of Orange County and every other colleague in this community who have worked hard to put this together, to bring all of us together in this prayerful evening. But it is also very important to have our elected officials who represent us. We want you to take our message from the city of Anaheim to the corridors of power where you serve. And one of this person is our representative for the Congressional District 39, Congressman Gil Cisneros. Thank you for coming tonight. And
good evening, everybody. I just want to thank you all for coming here to mourn those and visualize those who came that you didn't even know, who died from such a hate crime on the other side of the world. But we all recognize what this was. This was pure evil. It's pure hate. To go after somebody you don't even know, but because of their religion. To go after somebody who you don't know because of the color of their skin, because of where they come from. And we need to fight up against hate. We need to stand up against hate. And how do we do that? We do that with love. This is the time where we all need to come together and we need to put love first. For our brothers and sisters of humankind, of mankind, woman. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is, what your religion is. We need to support each other, and we need to stand together in support of love. So that's what I'm going to do here today. I'm going to stand with love, and I want you all to be there with me and make sure that we love each other and we take care of each other and we work together, because that's the only way we're going to make this not only a better city, a better world, a better country, is if we all do this together. And so I just want to leave you with this one saying from the Bible, John 2:10. Anyone who loves their brother and sister lives in the light, and there is nothing in them to make them stumble. So let's live in the light, and let's put love first, and let's love each other. And I'm here with you, and today and every day, we are going to conquer hate, and we are going to continue to do that with love. So thank you for giving me this opportunity, and let's love each other.
There are many friends who I know who are in the room, and I only wish I could recognize you and thank you personally by taking your name. But I'm also afraid and scared that if I start doing that, two things will happen. We will not finish the program and give the hall back. And two is I might miss some names also. So please know that I see you, I feel you, and know that we are deeply grateful for you being here this evening. In conclusion, I would like to ask our resident scholar, Sheikh Mustafa Umar, who is around here somewhere. He will come and conclude this evening with a Muslim prayer. So we started the evening with Sarah Halverson, my sister, with a Christian prayer. We had Rabbi Steve Einstein doing a Jewish prayer in the middle, and now we will conclude with Islamic prayer.
I'll just make one quick closing statement, even though we have negative minutes left. I want to thank everyone for coming here today. It really means a lot to us, and you're always welcome at the Islamic Institute of Orange County. But there are also, always remember that you know and I know that there are people in our community who would be afraid to even set foot inside of a mosque till today because of the brainwashing and the propaganda that goes on. So we actually have a program here where we welcome people on a daily basis. You can set up a tour of our facility to learn about who Muslims are. You're welcome to make an appointment with us anytime or just stop by for a tour of the mosque. But we also go to different churches, different synagogues, different communities, and give presentations about what Islam is and who Muslims are. So we have a team that does that. They're highly trained, so please take advantage of that. We'll conclude with the prayer. I'm going to be praying kind of a universal prayer with the name of God. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I begin in the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful. O God, O Allah, help our community to open their hearts and minds to understand one another. O God, help those people to understand the true message and the true teachings and meanings of the religion of Islam and of all the other religions that we have misconceptions about. O God, help us to understand that we are all children from the same original human beings, and help us to understand that the differences between us are irrelevant and that we all still have this basic human sanctity. Let us open our minds and our hearts to this. O God, help us to live in a pluralistic society where we respect one another and where we care for one another and we're willing to learn more about one another and be friends and respectful of one another. Ameen. Ameen. Thank you.
So again, thank you so much. We don't want to abuse the generosity of your time. I know that we all have to go back home. Today is a weekday, your families, and very deeply grateful to you. Thank you for the media for coming and lifting up this solidarity expression of Muslim, Christians, Jews, atheists, agnostics, all of us, men and women, and everyone in between. Thank you so very much, kind of you. And good night.